Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Let's come in, guys. Let's come in. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. My birthday trip to Cancun was flirting with each other. Keep coming, keep coming. It's complicated. Keep. Let's keep coming. Let's keep coming. Keep coming. Who in the hell? Did you hear my bell? Hello? Yo, what's up? Why are you here? Why would I not be here? Calm down. You broke into my house. You can't break in with the key. Let's keep coming, guys. Let's keep coming. Let's keep coming. Let me see. Okay, let's keep coming. Good morning. I just need 1 minute. We're just sorting ourselves out. We're waiting for others to come. Please share the broadcast. You're welcome on here. We're going to be talking about something very, very important. And I think it's worth your data and it's worth your time. Because honestly speaking, pretty much the majority of our young people today have something to say when it comes to stress and depression from experience, you know. Good morning, watcher. Thank you for coming. Please share the broadcast. I'm just going to be introducing today's live in 1 minute. I'm going to be introducing today's live in 1 minute. Hi, guys. Thank you for coming. Hi, Bobby. Thank you for coming. Guys, my name is FifiRich. I am a makeup artist and an inspirator, and I'm based in Botswana. So I just want to say hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from in the world. I'm so excited to be here and just talking with you guys on stress and depression theme. And today we're going to be looking at how to bounce back from failed expectation. So please just be on the lookout for this and just share the broadcast. Let somebody know that we're going to have a conversation. And please feel free to interact and to comment and to engage, because this is a conversation that is for all of us. I'm not just coming here to try and teach somebody something, but I'm just here to say, let's have a conversation. Let's share some perspectives and some insights. So today's live is part of a New Youth program. A New You is a program that deals with the challenges that are currently affecting the average Botswana youth. It may be an older person, but we're looking specifically at the challenges affecting us as Botswana youth today. So we're looking into issues like finances, money matters for young people. We're looking at stress and depression. We're going to be looking into relationships. We're also going to be looking into spirituality, things like, what do I do when I can't help myself? So thank you so much for coming. Thank you guys for coming on TikTok. I'm live on Facebook and I'm live on TikTok as well. And so if you're going to come when I'm gone, just feel free to type #replay, okay? And so I'll just acknowledge you and thank you so much for being here. So guys, I am a makeup artist. My makeup artistry speaks to beginners and women on a budget. And also I am a trained mentor for girls and women. And also I am now a personal development coach. And so if you're looking to maybe, get some help with issues or areas of your life where you feel stuck, just feel free to reach out. So today we're going to be looking at how to bounce back from failed expectation. This is you as an individual. You are where you are. You're probably hurting. You're probably disappointed in somebody or in something or in a system. You probably have been given hope. You probably have been given promises that things are going to go like this after reaching your degree, after achieving maybe your goals or whatever, and then you are led to believe that things are going to turn out a particular type of way, and then this may not be the case with you right now. So I want us to talk a little bit about that today, okay? So if you're here, just point it. Thank you for coming. Please hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. I really want to talk about something as we're building on to the issue of how to bounce back from failed expectations. I want us to look into something. I want us to consider the key issue in life, which is understanding. I believe as young people, it's very important to pursue understanding. It is very important to have understanding, to apply yourself with in life, to apply yourself with in relationships, in your interactions, in your dealings, in your businesses, in your career, in whatever it is that you come across, in situations that come, whether anticipated or unexpected sudden situations. I want to mention that it's very important as a young person that you have understanding. Understanding is a spirit, but understanding is something that can be pursued. It's something that can be asked for from God. It's very important that we have understanding as young people. It will free us of a lot of disappointment, of a lot of expectations. It will free us when we've had narratives about things that should be and they don't become as we expect them. So I want to emphasize that it's very important to have understanding. Thank you, Tago, for coming. It's very important to have understanding, okay? We're going somewhere. Understanding really saves us. When you have understanding, you will know that you don't have to have expectations. First of all, when you have understanding in life, you will know that you have no business having expectations, especially expectations of people, especially expectations of relationships. So I want to emphasize this. It's very important. The only reason why we get disappointed most of the time with relationships, dealings and deals and things like that, the only time we get disappointed is when we've had an expectation. But if you can learn to apply yourself to relationships, if you can learn to apply yourself to issues without having an expectation of another person, you're not going to be disappointed. We oftentimes are disappointed because we treat life and people as though they owe us something. We treat life as though life should have given me this. I deserve to have had this by now. I should be driving this car, my dream car. I should be having my dream career. I should have gotten my dream job by now. And then we get disappointed. But I just want to assure you today that life does not owe you anything. Life does not owe anybody anything. God himself does not owe anybody anything. Everything that we get from life, everything that we get from God, these are functions of things that we have done in order to qualify ourselves to get things. Or relationship as a function of relationship with God, as a function of being a son, as a function of being subject to a supreme deity, we qualify ourselves to receive things from God. And so as long as we continue to deal with people, to deal with life, to deal with issues with expectation in our mind, we're gonna get disappointed. So we're talking about pursuing understanding. When you have understanding of this thing in life, you never. Babsi, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for the love. Please share, guys. As long as you know, I need to apply understanding in my life, then you are never going to have to deal with failed expectation, because you understand. The person with understanding understands that I have no business having expectations in the first place. Let me not have expectations. When I do something for you without expectation, you can't disappoint me, because I'm doing it out of the goodness of my heart and I'm gonna let you go. But if I do something with the expectation that tomorrow you have to do it for me, I'm gonna get disappointed when you don't do it, and then we're gonna have a friction. We're gonna have problems. You see how it is. So let's pursue understanding, because it helps us to understand that we don't need to have expectations, and we don't need to have expectations of other people. You see, this is why understanding as a young person is very important. But now, in a new you, under the theme of stress and depression, we really are looking into failed expectation, and we're gonna look at it from the angle of being a young person, having been given a narrative of go to school, pursue an education, go do your dream course and you'll get a job so that you can help your parents. I think that's the narrative that every young person grows up with, especially in Botswana. Grow up, so you go to varsity, get a job, and you'll be fine. And this is not the reality at the end of the day for so many of us young people. in Botswana. So now this is an expectation that fails, but it's an expectation that has nothing to do with us. It's not our fault, but it is an expectation that was given to us or that was birthed in us by a system. The system of our country, the system of our education has it that for you to be successful in life, for you to have a good job, for you to have more comfort in life, go pursue education, then go to varsity, do a course, go to tertiary, do a course, and get your dream job. And so this is an expectation that fails, but then it has nothing to do with the person who's suffering the failed expectation. So this is another dynamic of failed expectations, and so we're going to be looking at this one. So when we're talking about this, I want us to understand as young people that life is in stages. Life is in stages. Everybody who is born into this world is given an assignment to come with and to come and achieve. There's purpose that everybody who's born into this world has to come and fulfill. And so it's not a guarantee that just because you grew up with somebody or with a class of young people, your friends, your peers at school, that your paths in life are going to be exactly the same. It's not a guarantee that the first person to succeed in your class, you're going to be like them, or you have to be like them. Everybody is an individual. You are unique to yourself, and I am unique to myself, and you are unique to yourself. And so this issue of, oh, we grew up together, why is so and so doing better? Why am I not here? Why am I not there? Why am I not, why haven't I achieved things in life? Has got to stop, because you need to understand that you are your own individual with your own purpose, with your own destiny. Your journey in life is exclusive only to you as an individual. It's got nothing to do with the next person, your friends, your peers, your mother, your father, nobody. Your parents are only custodians of you, but they also don't get to run the race of destiny that has been set before you. So I want us to understand this as young people. I think it will help us just to have the understanding that at the end of the day, I'm an individual, I'm me, I'm Fifi, you are so and so. And so my lane is my lane. Let me find my lane in life. Let me find my purpose in life. What is it that God has created me to do? What is it that God has sent me into this world to come into? And this is where I gotta start polishing myself up. And this is where I gotta start working myself out, preparing myself, qualifying myself for destiny, for the journey that I should embark on. You see, so it's also part of understanding. So let us understand that life is in stages. A person who's 20 is not where a person who's 30 is. A person who's 30 is not where a person who's 40 is. A person who's 55 is not where a person who's 65 or 70 is. And so as a young person, just take it easy on yourself and appreciate how your life is in stages and you are going somewhere. You see, it helps you to not have so much stress. It helps you to not have to deal with depression. It helps you to not have to deal with panic attacks, too much anxiety of, oh, I thought that at the age of 26, 27, I should be having this and that, and now I don't have the things. And what is going on? Jaanong go diragala ne ke ithele ka re ha ke hetsa madikolo ko bona tiro ha ke sana ke bona tiro ke investor yana lana ke bula kgwebo ye le ke dira yana lana, and then oh ka ngwaga o ke tshwanetse re be ke nane se ke nyetse ke nane mosadi ke nane monna ke nane bana ba babedi ke nane koloi e ke e ratang ke nane ntlo ke agile ke nane kgwebo ke nane e be go sa iragala ka nako e no so hetso re go tla iragala mme ha o ka tlhaloganya gore but at the end of the day life is in stages. Why kill myself? Why not move one step at a time and work out what needs to be worked out, and I'll arrive? Because one of the issues of attaining things, one of the dynamics of attaining things is that the law of life is you attract what you are. So what that means is you cannot have something in your life that you're not ready for. One of the laws of life is you attract what you are. You cannot attract things to yourself that you're not ready for. You cannot attract things to yourself that you've not taken time to qualify yourself for. And qualifying yourself for something means that I have to work on myself. that thing that I want, the business that I want, the marriage that I so desire? Am I qualified? Because you know something, you'd rather not have anything at all than have it to lose it. It's more painful to have something that you dreamt of having and lose it than to just, not have it. The pain of having something and losing it when you so desperately wanted it and looked forward to it is far worse than the pain of not having it at the time you thought you would have it. Because by that time, and you've invested a lot of time into it, into that relationship, into that thing, by that time you've invested, I'm so sorry guys, people call it the wrong time. By that time, you've invested so much money. By that time, you've invested so much time. By that time, you've invested so much resources, so much energy, okay? So much relationships that you created thinking that they're going to support the dream, the goal. Suppose it's a marriage, for example. If you so desperately want a marriage as a young person, every time you're dreaming about this marriage, every time, all you do is fantasize about the marriage. All you do is just think about life after marriage. This is how it'll be. This is how I'm going to be. This is how I'm going to apply myself. And then you wake up one morning to realize you're married, but you are never ready. And you don't have what it takes to be a spouse, whether a husband or a wife. And then you have to divorce. The pain of the divorce after some time, maybe after 5 years, 6 years, 8 years, with children, with investments, with properties, with assets, with cars, with houses, with everything, and yet you are not married. And yet you are not ready to be married. It's going to be so painful to get the divorce. The divorce means I'm losing the blessing that I thought I was ready for. The divorce means things didn't go so well, so I need to move back. Can you see? It's going to be so expensive. It's going to be so costly to lose something you desperately wanted, yet you were not ready for, even though you had it. So what I'm saying is, it's better to work on yourself. It's better to take time, to invest time and the resources that you have at your disposal at whatever level you are in life. Work on yourself. That dream that you have, that goal that you have, that marriage that you want, that investment that you want, you need to go to work on you every day. So what are you doing for personal development? That's the question that I would ask. Mpo, thank you. Ruth, thank you guys. Super tap for me, please, and share the live. Let's talk. I want to have a conversation. So it's better to go to work on yourself every day. What am I doing for personal development? How am I getting better every day? What is it that I'm learning today that I did not know yesterday? Yes, I want a marriage. Do I know about marriage? Am I pursuing seminars, books? Am I going for workshops? Am I going for training that deals with marriage? You see, am I a wife? Am I really a wife? Do I have what it takes to be a wife? I want to get married, but am I ready? I want to marry, but as a guy, you ask yourself, am I a husband? Am I ready to take on the responsibility of having a family? Because am I fully responsible for myself yet? So these are the things that we need to look into. So I want to challenge you today. Before we are stressed and depressed, before we're so worn out and worked up about, I should be having this, I should have achieved this, have you worked on yourself to qualify yourself for that thing that you want? How much of investment have you made in you? So this is what I'm challenging you for today. User, thank you so much for coming. Please guys, super tap and share the live and share the broadcast. This is very important. It's very, very important. Something we need to understand that is going to help us. It's going to save us a lot of heartache, headache, drama, failed expectations. Okay, guys? Okay. So how much work am I doing on myself as a young person to attract the things that I want, to achieve the things that I want, to attract the good relationships, the strategic relationships, destiny helpers that I should get? Ghana, the conversation is different at the top. Babsi, when you meet a great person, do you know how to talk with them? Do you understand the language of greatness? Do you know how to attract a great investor to invest in your business? What do you say? Do you come chewing gum? You just dress anyhow, you just say anyhow, and then you think think that somebody's gonna help you, somebody's gonna invest in you, somebody's gonna agree to be your business partner? Do you just come parade yourself anyhow as a lady, as a young lady, as a gentleman, and then you think somebody's gonna agree to marry you or somebody's gonna be attracted to marrying you? How do you keep yourself? How do you portray yourself? How do you present yourself? So as a young person, these are the things I'm asking just to challenge you. Babsi said something. When I have expectations about an outcome and get a different result than planned or desires, my expectations go unmet, and unmet expectations lead to disappointment every time. That's right. Oprah, thank you so much for coming. Thank you guys for coming. Yes, unmet expectations lead to disappointment every time. I like the every time part because it's every time for real. But Babsi says, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't have expectations, especially for myself. I need expectations, okay? Because expectations drive me to do and be more, perfect my skills, accomplish my goals, fulfill my potential, and become the person I know I want to be. That's still right. That's very, very correct. Remember, I'm here to present perspectives on different matters. I'm not here to say believe what I believe or see things exactly how I see them. I'm just saying let's talk about this and see. In the stress and depression theme of Botswana, what could really be going on with all of us, and where could this stress and depression and issues like that be coming from? Okay, and one of them is failed expectation, of course. But I like how Babsi said it doesn't mean I should have expectations, especially for myself. Expectations for myself means that I'm setting goals. It means that I want to be in a better position. I want to be a better person. I want to have achieved this in the next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Expectations for yourself are good. I believe that's what we say. I have goals. And ideally everybody should have goals. Because if you don't grow in life, if there's nothing you're attaining in life, if there's nothing that you're achieving in life, it means that you're not growing. And when you stop to grow, you start to die. You start to decline. Slowly. Guys, please super tap for me. Super tap. If you're on Facebook, just hit the hearts, hit the likes, and share the broadcast. We're not going to be here for too long, but I think that it's very important that we come and talk about these things. Thank you so much, Babsi. Thank you so much for being here. So, guys, I'm hoping that after the live, somebody else is going to see this live. Somebody else is going to come and watch it, and they're going to benefit from it because. So, Babsi said it doesn't mean I shouldn't have expectations for myself. That's good. Expectations of other people are the dangerous expectations. When you have expectations that Fifi should do this, Fifi should be this for me, Fifi should be this. If I can't, you get disappointed. So that's the problem. But when it's go to work on yourself, when it's expectations of myself, in the next 3 months, I want to look better. I want to fit better in my jeans. In the next 3 months, these are my personal goals. These are my desires. These are my ambitions. And so how do I come back from the next 3 months to the now and start working on myself so that in the next 3 months, I will have achieved all those goals? So that would be the thing of expectations of myself. And when my expectations of myself are not met, Babsi, I still can get disappointed. That's the truth. So we want to have goals, let me call it goals, that we can reach, that we can attain, that are realistic, that are attainable, that are measurable. So that's going to work on yourself. Okay, so I hope it makes sense. But thank you so much for the comment, Babsi. This is my perspective on Babsi's comment, guys. And you could let me know what you think about what we're saying. You can let me know what you think about what we're saying. So the expectations of ourselves, but they can be failed. We can fail ourselves. And then when we fail ourselves, we also get disappointed. Like, oh no, I could have done better. I know I have the potential to do this, but that kind of a thing. But personally, I believe when it comes to relationships and dealing with people, having no expectations of another person is a safe place to start. Let somebody be something or do something for you because they want to. Because not because it's an expectation, not because you want it, not because you had to ask of them. If it's like that, you won't have to deal with the disappointment that comes when that expectation is not met, or when that person does not do that thing that you expected them to do for you. So this is just my part of the story. Okay, so I was saying all this because I want us to understand that life is in stages, and you don't have to rush. You really don't have to rush. So we're dealing with how to bounce back from failed expectation. My question is, should I have an expectation in the first place? Why should I expect things from another person? That's what causes disappointment. And we're saying this comes as a result of having understanding. And knowing this is a result of having understanding. So we've got to pursue understanding, and understanding helps us to understand or to know or to realize that I probably shouldn't be having expectations of another person at all. Let me deal with people knowing that if they want to do something for me, it's fine. If they don't want to help me, it's fine. If they want to be in my life, it's fine. If they don't want to be in my life, it's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. All right. So we shouldn't rush because life is in stages. We also talked about that. And then I want to talk about two temptations. We're still dealing with bouncing back from failed expectations. Two temptations of a young person. The first one is we want to skip stages. Every young person that I know or that I've met, including myself, we have the temptation to think, hey, I should have arrived by now. I should be here. I should be there. I should be there. I should have achieved this. And then we want it so bad. Thompson Goodo says, I'm glad I bumped into this. Thank you so much, Thompson. Thank you. Two temptations. We're talking about how to bounce back from failed expectations. So we're asking, should I even have expectations in the first place? Because we said, let's pursue understanding. So when you have understanding, it helps me to know that I probably should never have expectation of another person. It frees me. It frees me from added hurt and pain and disappointment. Okay. So two temptations of a young person is that we're talking about stress and depression as a theme, and the topic of today is bouncing back from failed expectation. But we're talking more to young people, even though older people can benefit from this broadcast. Two temptations of a young person. One is we tend to want to skip stages. And wanting to skip stages oftentimes primarily comes from comparing ourselves to the next person. If I compare myself to my friends, my peers, my cousins, my brothers, my sisters, my church mates, my youth pastor, chances are that when I come back from there, I wanna rush and jump and do all sorts of things. And I don't want to go by process. But remember that attaining things properly in this life is a function of process. You've got to go through process, because if you don't go through process, you might get the blessing and lose it. In process there's preparation. In process there are tests. God has to test you. Life has to test you to see if really you can handle that thing you really desire to have. Everybody can dream, but why is it that other people have achieved their dreams, other people have not achieved their dreams? Okay, and so as a young person, we tend to want to skip stages. But if you rush and you skip stages, it's very expensive. And if you rush in, you rush out. If you jump quickly into something, you jump quickly out of something. It has been proven by adults. One of my mentors says that if you rush in, you rush out. She was talking about marriage particularly. And so I believe the same concept applies to other areas of life. You rush into that business, you invest so much money in it, you're not ready for it, you're not knowledgeable, you're not skillful, or you don't at least know what kind of skills to deploy to help your vision to drive and to thrive. Ooh, you're likely to get out very quick. Justin, thank you so much for coming. So if you rush in, you rush out, guys. So let's just make sure. Another temptation of a young person is we tend to want to compare ourselves. We want to compare ourselves. So we want to skip stages, we want to compare ourselves. But is this safe? I'm asking you. Is it safe to compare yourself to the next person as a young person? I'm asking you. Please answer me. Is it safe to compare yourself to the next person? And these are the temptations of a young person. And the temptations of a young person, they come primarily from not understanding one thing: your purpose as an individual. If I don't know my purpose, if I don't know the reason for which I was born, it's very easy to want to skip stages. It's very easy to want to compare myself. It's easy to compare myself to other people, because any man or woman who truly understands that purpose in this life, who knows the purpose for which they were sent into this world, they don't have to compare. It just dies out. It's a temptation of every human being, but it just dies out. It just phases out, because you know, I have to be focused on what I'm here for. I have to be focused on the reason for which I was born. And you stay in your lane, you focus. But people that don't know that purpose oftentimes are the ones trying to run the race of life but looking at the side, running the race of life but looking at the other side. Immediately you look at the other side, you lose course, you lose focus on your lane, and then you slow down. You slow down, and when you slow down, other people will pass. Those that know what they're supposed to be doing, they'll be passing. Can you see now? And so at the end of the day, we still waste time. We still waste time. We still waste time comparing ourselves to others. So what do you guys think about this? Is this something that is bringing some insight? Is it something that is helping? Is it something that is helping? Mahwe said, thank you so much for coming. Guys, I hope that you're getting some insights for this for how to bounce back from failed expectations. Yeah. So when we want to rush, we may misjudge situations. We may make misjudgment of people. If I just want to rush into a marriage, I may make misjudgment of the prospective husband that I think I want to marry. And then I get in there and I realize, oh, this was not the person for me. But it's too late, I'm in. And when I leave, it's very expensive. You see, so when we rush, we make misjudgments. We make misjudgment of things, of situations, of people, of situations, of things, okay? And oftentimes we self-destruct, we distract ourselves. So pursue understanding. Pursue understanding. In closing, I'd like to just say, pursue understanding. Pursue understanding. All right? Pursue understanding. You can ask for it from God. You can acquire it by working more on yourself. There's ways, but pursue understanding. The best is the God kind, of course, because it supersedes all knowledge, all human understanding. Okay, so pursue understanding. So understanding helps us apply ourselves better in life. Understanding helps us to apply ourselves better in relationships. Understanding helps us to apply ourselves better in situations that we may come across, whether they are foreseen situations or unforeseen. There are things you see coming, you're like, ish, okay, this is how I prepare myself. And then there are things you just wake up one morning and the thing has arrived, it's right next to you, and it's like, wow. And also, if you're not equipped with understanding, you may not know how to deal with it. And where there's no understanding, there's misunderstanding. And so the only way to avert misunderstanding is to have understanding. So let us pursue. Tracy, thank you for coming on TikTok. Let us pursue understanding. Is somebody learning something? Can you just leave me a comment and say, hey, I get it, girl. I really get it. I really, really, really get it. Yeah, I really get it. Sadia, thank you guys. Thank you. I hope you guys are watching and you are benefiting and it's really helping. So this is all that I had to say today, guys. This is all that I had to say. This is all that I had to say in this broadcast. Thank you so much. So we are still doing a season called A New You as part of my peer mentorship exploits with MTV Staying Alive Foundation. And in this season of A New You, we're dealing with different themes every month. And so right now we're still in the stress and depression theme. And within stress and depression, today we came and we were tackling how to bounce back from failed expectation. So if you're coming on now, please feel free to watch this live. Just watch the replay once it's up on Facebook. Just search Bernice, Moutswi, FifiRich, okay, and you're gonna find it and interact with it, share it, help another person to know something. It's only knowledge that saves us. It's only knowledge that saves us. So we need to keep growing. We need to keep pursuing knowledge. We need to keep understanding things better and better and better and better. So I'm so grateful that you guys are here. I'm so happy that you took up this time just to come and be with me today, okay? Thank you so, so much. I love you all, and I'll see you very soon. Babsi, thank you for coming. I wish Babsi and I had this conversation in person. I'm not in person, but I mean in the live. I wish we connected virtually just to have the conversation. But thank you so much for being here and for the comments, girl. And I really, really love Babsi's comment. I love her input where she says it doesn't mean I shouldn't have expectations, especially for myself. Just be careful though of having expectations of the next person. You know, even married people, when they have expectations of each other, when the other person does not do, it's a problem for the other person. It's a problem for the other person. So thank you guys for coming. I love you guys. And I'll see you soon. Remember, I'm a makeup artist. I am a mentor for girls and women and a personal development coach. So if you need makeup, if you need your makeup services, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm in Khanti. And if you need to get with me for personal development coaching as a group or as an individual, please also just get with me and let's see how we can do it. If you're on TikTok, check my profile out for my personal development coaching flyer. You're gonna know about it and you can be able to just reach out anytime. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you guys. See you soon. You guys on TikTok, did you get something? 071